In the modern age, silence has become a luxury. With the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and the relentless barrage of digital notifications, finding moments of pure silence has become an elusive quest. Yet, silence, especially when embraced intermittently, possesses an untapped transformative potential. Drawing inspiration from monastic practices, intermittent silence isn't about prolonged periods of quietude but rather strategic moments of stillness. Just as monks might set aside moments in their day for reflection and meditation, so too can we harness intervals of silence to cultivate mindfulness and presence. This practice is more than just a reprieve from noise. It's about creating pockets of tranquility in our day, where we can disconnect, recalibrate, and rejuvenate our mental and emotional energies. It's these small pauses that can significantly influence our overall well-being. Intermittent silence is more accessible than one might believe. Whether you're in a bustling city or a serene countryside, it's possible to cultivate this practice. And the benefits? They ripple out, impacting various facets of our lives. As counterintuitive as it might sound, silence isn't merely the absence of noise. Scientifically, it's been observed to have its own texture and quality that profoundly impacts the human brain. For instance, one might be surprised to learn that silence can actively promote neurogenesis. In research, silence has been found to foster the birth of new neurons, especially in the hippocampus. This region of the brain is integral to functions related to memory, emotions, and learning. When we provide our minds with intervals of silence, we're not just resting, we're potentially enhancing our cognitive capacities. Beyond neurogenesis, periods of quiet can reduce stress levels. Cortisol, the stress hormone, tends to decrease during these silent intervals. As stress is a common ailment in contemporary life, affecting both our mental and physical health, finding ways to combat it is crucial. Additionally, silence can aid in reducing insomnia, bolstering our immune system, and even fostering a heightened sense of awareness. By frequently immersing ourselves in silence, we are inadvertently promoting holistic health. The concept of intermittent silence, while straightforward, does require some intentionality to implement. It's not about hoping for silent moments to appear magically in our days, but about actively carving out these intervals. And the good news? Starting is simpler than one might believe. Initiating your practice can begin with just 5 minutes. It might be early in the morning, as dawn breaks, or late in the evening when the world seems to slow down. During this time, all that's required is to be. No devices, no agenda, just you and the enveloping silence. As you grow accustomed to these pockets of quiet, you can incrementally increase the duration. You might also find it beneficial to have multiple such intervals spread throughout your day. For instance, consider silent breaks post-lunch or during late afternoon slumps. To enhance this practice, consider integrating some simple rituals. Perhaps it's lighting a candle, or brewing a cup of herbal tea, or even just taking a few deep, intentional breaths before you commence. Such rituals can signal to your brain that it's time to transition into a space of silence. The spaces in which we choose to embrace silence matter profoundly. While any place can serve as a starting point, curating a conducive environment can elevate your experience. The environment doesn't need to be grandiose, but should resonate with a sense of calm and serenity. For those with the luxury of outdoor space, nature offers an unparalleled backdrop for silence. The gentle rustling of leaves, the distant chirping of birds, or the rhythmic sound of water can amplify the silent experience. Nature, in its essence, is a symphony of gentle sounds that encourage introspection. If outdoors isn't an option, fear not. Indoor spaces can be just as potent. Consider creating a dedicated silence nook in your home. Adorn it with comfortable cushions, maybe some calming art, and plants. The idea is to create a sanctuary where silence isn't just practiced. While the focus has been predominantly on external silence, an integral aspect of this practice is internal quietude. Often, even in the absence of external noise, our minds remain tumultuous, with a never-ending stream of thoughts, worries, and plans. Techniques like deep breathing, visualization, or grounding exercises can aid in calming this internal chatter. For instance, during your silent intervals, you could visualize a serene landscape, perhaps a tranquil forest or a calm beach. As you immerse yourself in this visualization, you'll find your internal dialogues begin to quieten. Grounding exercises can be especially beneficial. This involves channeling your attention to your immediate surroundings, maybe the texture of the carpet beneath your feet, the scent in the air, or the weight of your body against the furniture. Such techniques yank you back into the present moment, stilling the whirlwind of thoughts. Over time, with consistent practice, you'll notice a shift. The need for external techniques will diminish as your mind naturally leans into states of internal quiet. This isn't an overnight transition, but rather a gradual evolution towards internal peace. Delving into intermittent silence is often initiated with a certain set of expectations. Perhaps it's stress relief, improved focus, or just a desire for some quietude. However, as with many profound practices, the benefits can often surpass our initial anticipations. One such unexpected perk is the enhancement of sensory perception. When we mute the dominant sense of hearing, our other senses, sight, touch, taste, and smell, can become heightened. Over time, you might find colors appearing more vibrant, textures more palpable, and flavors more distinct. Another fascinating benefit is the cultivation of patience. In a world addicted to immediacy, waiting can be frustrating. Yet, by deliberately engaging in silent intervals, we practice the art of pausing, of allowing things to unfold in their own time. This patience can permeate other areas of life, transforming our interactions and experiences. Intermittent silence also fosters a deeper sense of gratitude. In those quiet moments, it becomes easier to reflect upon the myriad blessings that often go unnoticed in the cacophony of daily life. From the rhythmic beating of our hearts to the gentle sigh of a sleeping pet, these silent intervals make the mundane magical. When faced with such internal revelations, it's essential to approach them with compassion. Instead of pushing them away, acknowledge them. Understand that they're surfacing for a reason. Over time, as you sit with these emotions and thoughts, their intensity diminishes, paving the way for genuine healing. Another challenge is consistency. As with any new habit, the initial enthusiasm can wane. Life's obligations can encroach upon these silent intervals. To navigate this, it's crucial to be flexible. Maybe some days, your silent moments are shorter, or at different times. What's vital is the commitment to the practice, not its rigid adherence. Distractions can also pose a challenge, especially in urban environments. Whether it's the distant blare of a horn or the chatter from a nearby cafe, external sounds can disrupt. Here, the aim isn't to fight these sounds, but to let them flow. Over time, they become a part of the backdrop, and the essence of silence remains undisturbed. The digital age, with its constant stream of notifications, messages, and information, poses a unique challenge to the practice of intermittent silence. Our devices, while immensely beneficial, can also be relentless distractors, pulling us away from moments of quietude. To integrate silence in such an age, it's crucial to set boundaries. This might mean designating specific times of the day as device-free. Perhaps the first hour after waking or the last hour before sleep. These device-free windows can be opportune moments for silent intervals. Another approach is to leverage technology in service of silence. Several apps offer ambient sounds, guided silent meditations, or even reminders to pause. While it might seem counterintuitive, in certain scenarios, our digital devices can be allies in our quest for silence. It's also essential to periodically assess our digital consumption. Are there apps that serve merely as noise? Can our notification settings be refined? By curating our digital environment, we inadvertently create more space for meaningful silence. While intermittent silence is a deeply personal journey, there's immense value in sharing the experience with like-minded individuals. Communities, whether virtual or physical, can offer support, share insights, and even amplify the benefits of the practice. Online platforms also offer an avenue to connect with fellow silence enthusiasts. From discussion forums to social media groups, these platforms can be a treasure trove of tips, experiences, and encouragement. They serve as a reminder that even in silence, we're not alone. Furthermore, sharing your personal experiences, insights, or challenges can be beneficial for others embarking on similar journeys. Your narrative can offer guidance, solace, or even inspire others to delve into the transformative world of intermittent silence. Intermittent silence, while simple in its essence, is not a mere phase or a fleeting trend. It's a lifelong commitment to well-being, awareness, and profound inner peace. As with any enduring practice, the key lies not in perfection but in persistence. Over the years, your relationship with silence will evolve. What started as a structured practice might transform into an organic need. There will be days of profound revelations and days where silence merely offers a reprieve. Both are equally. The world might continue its relentless march, becoming noisier and more chaotic. Yet, armed with the practice of intermittent silence, you'll possess a sanctuary, an inner sanctum of peace that remains untouched by external tumult. So, as you step forward, embracing the intervals of silence, remember that it's not just about moments of quiet. It's about crafting a life where peace isn't an exception but the norm.